So anyway, welcome to the David blog, our cook along. I am David Leet. This is my partner, the
one and only.
The one, as we know, is the one. But what are you? You are the grill to my cheese, the cream in my coffee, the Felix to my Oscar.
All this other bullshit.
All this other bullshit. Anyway, he's joining us today. So everyone, hello. Thank you for joining. Alan, Substack. This is the one. Alan, the one I call him.
You said that already twice.
I did twice. I'll probably call him Poppy a lot. So we're going to be making the 3-ingredient mac and cheese. Again, for those folks who are cooking along, I can't see your questions, but definitely ping me, write me, question me, email me afterward if you have any questions. So since I can't see what's going on, I am just going to jump in and start. So it's a 3-ingredient mac and cheese, and the 3 ingredients are
cheese
and
I don't know.
Pasta.
Oh, pasta.
And
I don't know.
Cream.
Okay.
He wasn't briefed on this.
I wasn't briefed at all. I'm just supposed to be watching, I thought.
So
whatever.
What you need is a 1/2 pound of short macaroni. I am using cavatappi, which I love cavatappi. I just like the shape. Plain old elbow macaronis are kind of so boring, you know.
It's all kind of the same, right?
Well, it's all the same. It's just that it's a boring shape. We had it since we were kids. Cavatappi is a little bit, kind of like it's a gay pasta. Basically, It's all like,
I never knew that.
Swirly and happy. And then we have 1 cup of heavy cream, and then it's going to be.
And we have the directions, as you can see, in
his
hand.
Exactly.
I thought he memorized them.
And 2 cups of freshly grated cheddar. We've made this so many times. I am using Gruyere. It's a great melting cheese. You want to come in a little bit closer? It's a great melting cheese. You can use anything. I've made it with Emmentaler. I have made it with cheddar. I've made it with Gruyere. I've made it with Comté.
And you've mixed it also.
And I've also mixed a bunch of different cheeses.
Yeah.
And then chives, if you want. Go ahead.
And the Gruyere, you like why?
Because it's a great melting cheese. I love the nuttiness. I love the sweetness of it. And it's just something a little bit different. It's more expensive. And so, last time we made it, it was Costco brick cheddar cheese. It didn't even go for the Kerrygold. Not Kerrygold? No, the Irish cheese. Can't think what it is. So what first thing to do, if you're cooking along, this only takes about 20 to 25 minutes maximum. If you're hanging out, just drinking like we are, please. Now, we're going to treat you like your guests, like your guests in our home. And the first thing we do is we hand out bubbles, because no meal does not start without bubbles, or every meal starts with bubbles in our house.
Which is Prosecco.
It's Prosecco. We're not doing champagne. We love Prosecco.
We do.
Mm.
Cheap and good.
Cheap and good, just like us. Cheap and good. So first thing you want to do is turn this on.
So I will move back.
Yes, so you don't
get burnt.
With that little belly of yours. And,
nice.
You always want to salt your pasta. I'm sure most of you know this, if not all of you.
Salt your water.
Salt your water. Thank you. That's why he's here. He translates for me. You want to salt your water. It's the only chance you get to salt the pasta, because it sucks up all of that salt and it gives it a little bit of taste. Otherwise, it's kind of blah.
And you do it before it
yes.
boils?
Well, you're supposed to bring it to a boil.
I let
it boil
first.
But the truth of the matter is I'm not going to be watching. Maybe a little more.
Oh, yeah, a little more.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching it that closely, so I have it in there now. And like I said, for those of you joining, we are making 3-ingredient mac and cheese. Cheese, cream, pasta, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some chives on top of the 3 ingredients are those. If you are cooking along with me, please leave a message there so I'll know who cooked along. But it's too far away, and our lovely Substack does not allow us to do horizontal. Everyone else seems to do it, but they have 2 people. We can't do it with this. It was like close up of my eyes and my boys, and we don't want that.
So, Dave, a question. So,
yes.
If you salt the water now, like
yes.
you just did,
right?
Will that make the water take longer for the water to boil?
No, it's really the same.
It's the same.
There's like some sort of thing about that, but Harold McGee, he completely debunked that whole myth. It just goes up, and it doesn't boil at a higher temperature. It doesn't boil at a lower temperature. It just boils.
Okay.
So
that's all
now when it comes to knives,
God,
he ran into my knife. Ran into my knife 10 times. I like carbon steel. Carbon steel holds an edge beautifully, and it sharpens very easily. The problem with carbon steel is it will mar and it can rust. So you always have to keep it clean. This knife, let me see if I can come around and show you. This knife is actually a gift from a friend of my parents. and it is about 60 years old. Yes, 5 years younger than me. Oh, man, I think it's 65 years. And it's still going strong. It's got a wood handle, and I love it. And every time before I cook, I just give it a couple of zhuzhes on this. This is a honing steel, and it's very sharp. And I try to do this with my stainless. I'm never able to get the stainless to hold the edge. Hello for joining. I think that might say Michael Procopio. I can't see, but it looks like it. So I always use carbon steel.
So the other thing about that knife is you don't want to let it stay wet, right?
Yeah,
so
rust.
when you clean it,
yeah,
dry it right away.
Also, putting like a little thin film of oil, like olive oil or vegetable oil, very, very thin, will help it from not oxidizing. But if it does, it just adds to the patina. So with the Gruyere, it is a rind cheese, and I'm cutting off the rind because that flavor is not nearly as good as the cheese itself. And again, this would be great if we were looking for questions. Maybe you want to go up and see if people are asking questions and look, maybe?
I guess I can.
You could.
Where would I see that?
You would see it on the bottom.
Okay.
They'll start coming up. See if, don't stick your face like right in front because then nobody can see anything. So if you want to ask a question, maybe Alan here can read it while I start to grate the cheese.
No, I don't see any questions.
Okay. There's something. Someone just joined.
Yeah.
Can someone at least ask a question or say hello so we know that the messages are working? We got another person joining. Hello. For those of you just joining. Huh?
That's Judy.
Hi, Judy. We are making 3-ingredient mac and cheese, and we are winging this because you're all the way across the kitchen. It's a cook-along. So we don't see any questions coming up, so I'm just going to continue.
Probably because you told them you can't actually see the questions, so that makes sense.
Oh, so there's something that came up there.
Okay.
So anyway, a big hole on the box grater. I love box graters. I think it's great for this. If you do the really fine, like the microplane, it's just too fine for this. So it needs 2 cups of the cheddar. So if you're doing it, please grate along with me. And again, I had mentioned that we're using Gruyere because we just use cheddar all the time. And so there's a question right there. So I'm going to actually...
I'll go.
Okay. And what you can do is you also can scroll up and down on the bottom. Well, let me show you. I'm going to step out of the frame for a moment to show you how to do that. So you can do this.
Somebody asked, are you using just one kind of cheese?
Well, Michael, I want 7 more ingredients. Of course you do, Michael Procopio. So I'm going to get in here. And hello, Alan. Kathy joined. Hello from Alexandria, Virginia. Thank you. Also, you are doing it.
Okay.
If I heard that adding salt to the water causes stainless, it can pit. Yes, it can pit, but I do it anyway. Are you just using one kind of cheese? Yes, this time I am. I'm trying to adhere to the idea of just
and cold water when somebody
cold
asked
water.
Cold water.
Start cold water.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to adhere to the idea of 3 cheese, but you can mix them. I think when we did this a long time ago in COVID, I think we used Gruyere and cheddar, and I think a little bit of Parmesan, which is what we had.
You can really use anything you had, right?
Yeah.
Will they all make the same consistency?
No. Some cheese are better melting cheeses, like Gruyere is excellent melting cheese. Again, you're way across there, but please keep the comments coming. I don't know if I get to see what the comments are afterward, but what I'll do if they are, I will answer every question you have. I'm sorry about this, but as I had mentioned,
it's the first time.
It's the first time doing a cook-along here.
Right.
When I do it on Teachable, my cooking school, on Teachable, we have a moderator who would ask the questions, and I could answer them for you. So I am grating this, and it's 2 cups, which that is definitely 2 cups. Actually, probably a little bit more, and that's okay because...
That doesn't matter.
Because fat equals flavor, and I'm a very flavorful person. Very flavorful person. I hope that you are all taking something wonderful to drink. And what I'm going to do is I actually am going to come a little closer. You want to stay here so I see something pretty to look at while I go answer the questions? So admire the lovely, little Poppy here. Let me see if I can. So hi from, where's that? Booth Bay Harbor, hello. Sorry, cold water. Yes, that is cold water that I'm starting it in. Hello. Hi, Liz. Hi, Rob Machado. Rob Machado, more cheese the better. Good to see you. Thanks for signing up and becoming a subscriber most recently. I'm going to go through. Are you using one kind of cheese? No, I already answered that.
You don't need to go up because we've answered those.
Well, there's a bunch of other ones. So, hi, Nikki. So anyway, cheers. I'll go back over here. We're just waiting for the water to boil. And do you know the secret to making water boil a little faster?
No.
Having a top on.
Yeah, why don't you put a top on?
Do you want to get it?
Okay.
I can't bend down. My ass is going to pop out of my jeans.
Nice talk.
Anyway, so welcome those of you who are coming in a little later. I'm going to have to repeat this for the new people. We're making the 3-ingredient mac and cheese. 3 ingredients is cheese, cream, pasta. Using cavatappi. You can use any short pasta that you want. I think cavatappi is like the gay pasta, one of the gay pastas. Beautiful, curly and squirrely. Cream, heavy cream, cheese is Gruyere. You can mix any kind of cheeses you want. It's all about just getting this in the pot, getting it on the table as soon as possible. And that's the reason why I'm going to be doing this once a week. And the reason I want to use very simple recipes is so that if you want to cook along with me, you can. And if not, right after this is done, you can follow, you can see the replay and make dinner. It's very, very quick. But I started right from scratch as opposed to having all the ingredients already prepped, the water going. So we can chat a little bit. And I realized that I need to go back over there to see some other questions. Or do you want to read something?
I'll do that. And next time maybe we should have the water boiling.
Well, no, this is lovely. We're welcoming people into our home. Welcome to our home in Roxbury, Connecticut.
Cavatappi is Rob's favorite. Rob
It is.
Machado.
Okay, go back a little bit. Scroll down. Down. There you go.
Cheers. Yeah.
Any other questions?
No other questions.
So while Alan is there at the phone, if you want to ask some questions, I can answer them. Now, you can find this recipe. Of course, I had the link for everyone who signed up on my website, as well as here through Substack. But it's on my website, Leeds Culinaria.
And what is the recipe titled?
The recipe title is 3-ingredient macaroni and cheese. You search it, you'll find it. And there's a bunch of others, like 3,000 or 4,000 recipes on the site. And I'm hoping, if you would like me to do this once a week, and hopefully that Substack will catch up with us and find a way to make this a little bit easier, do a thumbs up in the messages and let me know that you would like to see that. That a question now that's coming in?
Michael said, I love learn along. This is delightful.
Oh, wonderful. Who else? Come on, talk to me.
Rob Machado, thumbs up.
Great, thumbs up. Yeah, Rob is my newest subscriber.
Linda.
That's Linda. I think
Yeah.
four
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Debbie joined. Somebody
Excellent.
gave a heart.
Excellent. We love hearts.
Will you be baking it in the oven too?
No,
Not sure why that's necessary.
You're not sure that's why it's necessary?
Not sure why
sure.
that's necessary.
It's not necessary. This is actually a stovetop mac and cheese. There are baked mac and cheeses. I find when you bake them, a lot of tell me if you guys find this, a lot of the cheese kind of congeals and it gets kind of cloddy. And this is very creamy, which is what I like. And it's a great weeknight meal. You just pop it in and you're done about 25 minutes later, 20 minutes later. It's getting the water up to a boil, which of course is the problem. So what else we got? I saw a big thing there.
Whoops. Let me see here.
Big question there. There we go. What's that?
Thank you, David. I use cheddar and fontina, and this is great.
Who is that?
That is from TJ Pryor Wells.
So are you, TJ Pryor Wells, are you cooking along with me? I would love to know. And then you want to scroll, see the little arrows there? You want to click that to get to the very last one. Oh, nope, don't do that. Nope. There we go. Just keep scrolling up. That'll be the best thing.
Can you reheat the mac and cheese the next day?
You can. The way that I do it, it's not as good as it is right out of the pot. But the best way to reheat mac and cheese, that's a stovetop mac and cheese, is to do it in a double boiler. So put it in a double boiler, cover it, let it heat very gently, and it reheats it very nicely. It shouldn't coagulate and get that kind of grainy, cloddy thing. A little bit of cream or milk to stir it, to loosen it up. And if you want to put a couple of gratings of cheese or maybe a little bit of Parmesan just to kind of refresh the cheese taste, you can do that too.
Okay.
And TJ said, I grew up, and that's how she did it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to not doing it.
She means doing it in the oven.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the oven, I believe.
Okay. Sorry about that, TJ. Yes. And Rob said he would have cooked along, but I didn't know this was happening tonight. Okay.
Yeah. You weren't looking at your notifications, Machado. You weren't looking at your notifications.
TJ said his mom, or my mom baked it.
Yeah. That's very common.
And Ellen asks, no need to make a roux. This recipe is for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things. And now I haven't made this in quite a while, so there'll be all kinds of problems. But no, there's no roux involved here. You just mix it all up, and it comes out beautiful. And you want to eat it as soon as you mix it. You don't want it sitting around for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Okay. That's it so far.
Okay. So, there's another one.
And Rob said he will watch for notifications.
Okay, Rob. I sent out a notification 2 or 3. Actually, you know what? I didn't do it through Substack. My bad. I did it through my website. I did a note on this, but I'll send out. Oh no, I had this. I think in my. Yes, I did on my last Substack. I did the St. Patrick's Day. How is everyone's St. Patrick's Day, by the way? Anyone make recipes from my site? Papa, you want to drink some of your bubbly?
I'll get there. Okay, watch a pot, it never boils. That's what my grandmother would say, and this has taken forever.
Who said that?
My grandmother.
Oh, I thought you said someone was saying that.
No.
Well, we do the best we can. We do the best we can.
And this is a 20-minute meal or a 2-hour meal?
Well, what happens is while this is boiling, you do that. So probably it's a little bit longer because I'm chatting with my guests in my home. Welcome to my home.
They're bored already now.
No, you're not bored. Are you bored? You can't be bored. You can ask me other questions, too, that doesn't pertain to mac and cheese. And if I can answer it, I will. If not, I will try to find a way to answer it for you somehow.
Okay, so maybe a question is, how long does it typically take for water to boil?
Will you stop? Here, total time is 20 minutes.
Lila Kraft said that she made the baked potato and corned beef recipe, and everyone loved it.
Isn't it a great recipe? Everyone, if you love corned beef, you can buy corned beef at the deli, get it thickly sliced, like 1/4 inch. It's a baked potato with cheese and the corned beef, and I believe there's a little bit of ketchup in there, a little bit of relish in there, a little bit of some herbs and spices. It's phenomenal. It's a twice baked Irish baked potato, if you will, Irish.
And Brenda said, great, I made the chocolate cake. Everyone loved it. So, Brenda, I have a question for you. Did you make the beer one? What do you call it?
The
stout one?
The stout. That's the one she's talking about.
I
now,
love
Brenda,
that.
did you leave a review and comment on my site with a star rating, and the same thing for Lila? Did you?
Don't give these people pressure, David.
I'm type A. I can't help it.
Yeah, but I love that chocolate.
Yeah, he's
my God.
wild for it. He ate, I think, almost all of it. 2 days ago, I made Paul Hollywood's lemon drizzle cake. I ate about 3/4 of that, but he ate almost all of the stout cake. It's so dense and so rich, and it's got these undertones because of the stout. And I hate beer because beer is very, very bitter to me because I'm a super taster, which only means that I taste bitter things and I love fatty things, so I die an early death. But anyway, so I didn't think I would like it. I loved it. It was marvelous.
Delicious. Really was. I think that might take the place of my Hershey's chocolate cake.
That can't. That Hershey's
chocolate but you only have one layer in the stout cake.
But that's our love food.
Okay.
Any other questions folks have? Well, this is coming up to boil. It's just about there.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I know. What can I say?
All right.
We're
good. No, yeah.
All right. So while this is boiling, because see, this is a cook-along. See, normally when I teach cooking classes, I have all these swap outs so I can get through 5 dishes in 2 hours. And Lila was one of my students, and five dishes in 2 hours. Since it's a cook-along, I don't want to cheat you guys at home because your water's coming up to the boil too. I have some comments coming in. What's it saying?
Rob said he just found the notification in the Substack email, and we have to pay better attention. I did save a couple of recipes from your email this week.
That's excellent. Nice. I hope you make them.
Yeah.
And also, folks, I do have the Leeds Culinary Cooking School on Teachable, which is a very different format. It's a live, if you will, but it's all swap out. So nobody cooks along with me and Alan, because both of us do it together. No one cooks along, and then your homework for the following week is to cook all those dishes. Now there are several classes that you can get if you'd like them that are already done. There's a cook's tour of Portugal, which has got 16 Portuguese recipes. There's also the pastéis de nata, which are those Portuguese custard cups, and that is a full long class to show exactly how to make them, and they're excellent. And I'm planning on doing more later in the year on Teachable, but I'm here with you sharing. I see some more coming in. What's the same?
Lila says, sorry, I was destructed by my spouse and
Distracted.
Oh, okay, sorry. It says destructed. But it's kind of interesting. By my spouse and missed the question. I did drink a Hennessy with this dish.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Oh, how did that taste?
And maybe it's not bad being destructed by your by your spouse.
Sorry.
Sounds kind of sexy.
Sorry, Lila.
Kind of sexy, Lila. All right, I'm going to. There we go.
Thank God.
Up to a boil. Praise your name, sweet Jesus. Okay, put your pasta in. Bubbles up and does all the stuff. Immediately, what you want to do is you want to stir it, because if you don't stir your pasta, especially long pasta, spaghetti, bucatini, fettuccine, if you have the long dried ones, they will start sticking together. And do you remember? You want to step into the picture? Do you remember? I was trying to impress a teacher of mine in college years and years ago, Terry. I forget her last name. So I invited her over for pasta. And we make this on the website. There's a recipe for shrimp and leeks with tagliatelle. It's Lydia Bastianich recipe, and it's superb.
Everybody loves it.
And so I was gabbing, which I can do because I'm chatty Cathy, and I didn't pay attention, and it was globbed together. All of the tagliatelle was all globbed together. It was embarrassing. So you always want to stir for the first minute or so. Now, a big thing is do not put oil in your water. Now, who were we watching recently? Prue Leaf.
David, that's not nice.
Well, she put it out there on her television show.
I loved her show, though.
We love Prue. We love Prue. Love the colors and everything on the Great British Bake Off.
And her recipes.
Do you want to? There's a couple of things coming in. And she puts oil in her pasta. The sauce won't stick. It just completely coats it, so therefore you're not going to be able to get it. So it just slides right off. So don't put oil.
But maybe, Prue is a professional chef. She was a professional chef.
She doesn't know she's
Prue?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
Don't say anything more.
Well, she's not going to sue me. We have a really long one there, Poppy. Do you want to read that one?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll move to
See,
the front
this is
here.
the dynamic at home. I say he jumps.
Yeah. She says, I used a Hop and Frog Brewery peanut butter, hazelnut caramel chocolate cake stout, which I think add a little something.
Wow.
The cake was the best. Oh my goodness. So
that's incredible. That's Lila. That has to be Lila.
Brenda.
That's Brenda. Oh, I thought it was Lila. Wonderful, Brenda. What? That sounds incredible.
So now I understand. Okay. So the peanut butter, hazelnut, caramel, chocolate was cake stout. So that all was part of the stout? I guess it was all part of the stout.
It probably is, yeah.
We know nothing about stouts, so sorry.
Yeah,
this was
like
the first time.
we don't drink beer. It's not.
That's very interesting.
It's not like we're fancy dancy gays. We just, I find it bitter, and he doesn't like it. But boy, we love this stout.
That sounds very interesting with the peanut butter.
Loved this stout cake.
Uh-oh. We won't say what this person said.
What? Say it.
Said, I don't trust a British dame to teach me pasta.
Absolutely. There you go. And I love Prue Leaf. I love me my Prue Leaf. I do. Yeah. I think I like her a little bit more than
David.
Oh my God, I'm not going to be sued.
No, but David, you shouldn't say those things.
Of course I can.
No, you can, but you shouldn't. Okay, we'll go on to the next step of the pasta.
But I agree with you. You not trusting a British dame, and she means by dame, or he means by dame. She's actually a dame, like
I understand.
Like a dame, like nothing but a dame, nothing in the world.
Okay.
So it is boiling. I didn't time it because I never time my pasta. I always check it, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure that it is.
So Prue makes homemade pasta.
Yeah, and this is why this would not work in an hour-long episode. Live episode.
10 minutes, but okay.
You have to let it rest, Pops. You got to let it rest in the fridge. And so you want to get it al dente, but a little bit more then you would do. You know how sometimes you will undercook pasta because therefore it can soak up all that sauce. With this, you want to get it just about on point because you're stirring it and you're serving it. If it sits too long, it'll start to get claggy, to use that British term, and get too thick because all the starch. So I cook it basically right to the point that it's ready to be served because you mix it and you serve it. And actually, while that is doing that, and while there's cheese on there, I'll put it in here.
Put it in your bowl.
Yes, I'll put it in the bowl. In the bowl. So I will chop up the chives. Now you can use parsley. You can use any kind of greenery on top. We got chives, but you just informed me we actually have chives coming up in the
Starting
garden.
to grow outside.
But they're not cuttable yet. You can't.
In a week they will be.
Yeah. So
if they don't die.
Now you may have heard there's all these rules about cutting chives, and you don't want to bruise them, and you don't want to crush them. There's some things that you want to check it. That's fine. It's, if we were in cooking school or we were a French restaurant, that's fine. I just cut them. I don't worry about it.
Oh, Lydia says, never put oil in your water.
Thank you very much. I agree.
And Michael said he was hoping to trigger a little South Pacific.
Wait, is that Michael Procopio?
He is.
Is that my Michael? He was trying to trigger South.
Maybe he
won't. There is nothing like a dame, nothing in the world. I can't sing. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a dame. I know Michael. Michael's
15 people just cut off because of that.
Stop it. By the way, if you haven't read or if you don't subscribe to Spatchcock, yes, I said it, Spatchcock, the dirtiest word in all of cooking. Michael Procopio is the writer of Spatchcock. Very funny. Michael is really hilarious, and I think you would really enjoy his musings. So again, I'm stirring it. I have the lid, slightly off, because if you put it on, I'm sure you know, it'll just bubble up, and you've experienced that where all the foam comes over and it starts to collect in the wells of your stove. So you keep it uncovered. You keep it slightly ajar, and you stir it, and then you check, and we're still not there, I'm sure. It's been a while, but we're almost there. Probably about 2 more minutes.
Should we ask Google to do 2 minutes? No.
Yeah, hey Google, set a timer. Hey Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Right, 2 minutes. And that's starting now.
Everyone's Google out there just set their timer.
Oh, we probably
for 2
should have
minutes.
done that.
That happens in class when we did that too. You want to get more in the frame so they can see that lovely face of yours?
No, good.
Get closer. Thank you very much.
You see how I'm bossed?
Mm.
Oh, here you go, David. Sometimes one must listen to their own instructions.
Exactly. You get me all hot and bothered. Here we go, Michael Procopio. We got Steam Heat. What musical is that from? Steam Heat. All you people have to know that. We all have to know.
What is it from?
Pajama Game. I got Steam Heat, and I got Steam Heat. You know who sang it originally? Carol Haney.
Oh.
Carol Haney. And you know when she was sick one day, who substituted for her?
Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand?
Streisand?
No. Shirley MacLaine.
Oh.
And in the audience that night was someone, casting director saw her, and she ended up going in something Harry. Call Me Harry. You're a Harry something. And that was her first movie, Alfred Hitchcock.
So she did a movie before she did Broadway?
What did I just say? She understudied Carol Haney.
Right.
Casting director, oh, I like you. Brought her to Hollywood, put her in a movie. Call Me Harry, Harry's dead. There's all these questions. You want to see what's going on there? Sorry to make them run back and forth. I know it's elder abuse. It's elder abuse. I'm sorry. It is elder abuse. You can go back a little bit.
The Trouble with Harry.
There you go. Trouble with Harry.
Like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Shirley MacLaine. Oops, I goofed. Okay. There you go. 2 minutes.
Estapa. Okay, so Trouble with Harry is that movie. the pasta is done and done to perfect eating.
Christina Mathis says that you're a piece of work, David.
I think she means that in the nicest possible way.
With your singing.
Right, Christina?
Okay, don't get distracted.
I'm not.
Bright, shiny objects.
Bright, shiny objects, ADD. I think I have ADD, by the way.
And he's not joking on that one.
No. Can you get the frame, please? Thank you very much. I'm actually going to be, they're going to do a diagnosis, see if I am. So I'm going to take the very hot water and I'm going to pour it into the strainer. While that is draining, I put in, now see, unfortunately I had my other camera. I was going to do the close-up camera. I was going to do like the cream cam, but didn't work. You put this on, the cream right in.
With the flame on?
With the flame on, because you want to get it heated. You just want to get it, not like really high, kind of medium. And place it on back stove. Just do things like okay, then you add the cheese. So it's strain, drain, wait, cream, cheese in, and then you stir. Honestly, it's really that easy. Now I have a little bit extra cheese here, so unfortunately you're not going to see this, but I will hold it up for you. So I'm going to hold it up now so you can see what it looks like. At this stage, there's the cat running through the kitchen. So this is what it looks like at this stage. It's going to be hard to see that. Further. It's too hard to see.
Can't tell.
Yeah. All right. So it's back on the heat. I'm going to lower the heat because it's a little too high.
You don't want it to boil, right?
No. You just want to get it so it warms, and then all you're doing is, so whoever had asked about the roux, this is kind of in place of it. So I'm stirring it. You can also whisk it and put it in the middle so that way you could join me.
Please watch that.
I'm watching that. Put that on low. And you just stir it until it is all creamy.
In other words, until the cheese has melted into the cream.
Exactly. Now you're not adding any salt because there's enough salt in the cheeses. You can add it once the pasta is in. And see, it'd be so nice if you were seeing this above. But right now, this is what it is. It's a little bit...
Do it that way.
Which way?
Do it so they can see.
Oh, that's a good point. So they see there's still kind of lumps of cheese because of the shredded cheese, but it's starting to melt. You could use a whisk too. Is that Georgie?
This is, just so you know, one of our cats,
Georgie,
who loves to eat, and the plates are kind of empty right now. He keeps walking back and forth to
rubbing against our legs.
Yeah, to let us know that it's time to eat some food. But he'll eat right after we finish here.
Exactly. And we will too. This is our dinner.
Yeah.
Now, also, you may notice that this is 8 ounces of pasta, and it says that I think it says it serves 4, which is a joke.
If we aren't eating.
That's what the recipe says. This honestly would be enough for one of us. We usually, hate to say it,
we might be a little bit overeaters.
Yeah.
Notice what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Very rude.
There you go. Buddha belly. 1 pound of pasta is enough for both of us.
1 pound is enough for both of us.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good. I know. I can hear people out there screaming, clutching their pearls and dropping their pans. So now.
So this is completely smooth.
Yeah. See, it's.
But should it be thickening?
No, because what happens? The pasta goes in, and there's starch in the pasta.
Okay.
So if you want to put that in here now.
So just so everybody understands, so that doesn't thicken up, it just melts all the cheese into the milk.
There we go. And so it right now, it's very liquidy, and it's very hard to see that. Let me see if I can find a way. Okay, let me see if I can bring this closer to you folks. I have to talk to that Hamish guy, the guy who created Substack, because this is just not a way to be teaching. See, it's really liquidy at the moment, as you can see. And what will happen is because of the starch in the pasta, and as it begins to cool a little bit, it will thicken beautifully. So,
you want your flame back on?
No, I don't.
Oh, I don't. So you've turned the flame off.
Yeah. Yes, I turned the flame off. Well, you can't keep the flame on low, I guess. You could do that.
On a simmer?
Yeah, very, very. The lowest you got. The thing about this is one of those ridiculous ovens. I won't say stoves. I won't say what brand. In which low is like
Too high.
yeah, blowtorch. And it's kind of like a risotto movement at this point. Do you want to see if there's any comments? Well, we have 2 minutes of this.
2 minutes?
Yeah. It's kind of like a risotto thing where you're stirring and it gets creamier and creamier.
Christine asked, did you say dropping their pants? Oh my, but you said, another person asked about
I
dropping.
said dropping their
Pans, P-A-N-S.
Oh, I love the idea of dropping their pants. Clutching their pearls and dropping their pants. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a movie title.
Okay, and Rosemarie asked, can you use blue cheese?
You can. Now, here's the thing, Rosemarie, with blue cheese. To me, I find it very, very strong. A very mild one, like a Bleu de Gex, is very sweet. There's a mildness to it. You can use it. You might want to not have 2 full cups of it. You're probably going to want to pull back on some of that and maybe up the cream, because I think it could get a little bit too overpowering.
Oh, I did something and
Joe, please don't.
Some of this stuff is disappearing. Okay. But actually, I would love it with blue cheese. I love strong flavors.
Well, I have made you the pasta with blue cheese and walnuts. Remember that?
Yeah.
I have done that. See, so it's starting to thicken up a little bit. You can see some of the smoke or some of the steam rising. And once it gets to the right texture, I will show it to you. And now, let me ask, is anyone cooking along? Just say yes in the message, so I'll know if people are doing it. So in the future, what I might do is just demo it as opposed to have you cook along. So just say yes if you're cooking along with me.
Nobody's cooking with you.
No one's cooking with me. That's good to know, folks. I will not call it a cook-along anymore. I'll call it a demo.
Well, you can still call it that, but...
What?
You can still call it that.
No, because cook-along, I think, denotes the fact that you're going to be cooking with me.
Oh, this is interesting. Christina says, I think I might use cream cheese along with the bleu to temper it a bit. That sounds delicious.
You absolutely could. That would make it marvelously fat and delicious. But it will certainly mitigate some of the strength of the blue cheese. It also depends upon which blue cheese. There are some that are delightful and very mild.
Gorgonzola?
Gorgonzola is one. Gorgonzola dose is a little bit dolce. Excuse me, Gorgonzola dolce. It's a little too sweet. But there's, Emmentaler, any kind of cheese really, any kind of good cheese is fine. I mean, you could even, I guess, use American. But see, this is really starting to.
I think TJ is cooking with you. That's what I'm kind of getting there.
TJ, are you cooking with me? Tell me.
Oh, how nice of Mitzi. Mitzi says, forget the cook-along. Just watching you and the one together is the best recipe of all. Thank you so much, Mitzi.
That sweet? Thank you.
Very
you
nice.
Can come to our house anytime.
Exactly.
Not unlike Michael Procopio, who causes trouble all the time. Yep. Is Michael still there?
Yes.
Michael, you still there, my friend?
Oh, TJ said that this is his dinner as well. Wonderful.
Oh, wonderful.
TJ, what are you drinking with it? Do you have any drink with it, TJ?
I think a lovely Cabernet. Oh, what am I thinking? A lovely butter Chardonnay would be nice.
Oh, yes,
okay, so now, folks, you can stay there, Pops. I'm going to show this. You'll see how marvelously rich and beautifully coated that is. See, this is perfect right now. And this is one of those things that scream at the kids, get them to the table, slap the husband on the back of the head, because it's time to eat now. So, Poppy, I don't want to hit you in the back of the head.
And it smells delicious. Now, it's not too runny?
Not yet. It's going to thicken up as we do. So that was just about 2 minutes. Also, can we show them this? Does anybody know this pattern or have this pattern? You can go closer to the camera. No, up higher. There you go. Keep going. This is the atomic pattern. And we're cleaning out my mom's house because sadly we're going to be selling it. And I found a whole set of this. A whole set. So as you can see...
Oh, TJ's having Chardonnay. I love Chardonnay.
I was going to say Chardonnay. I think butter Chardonnay would be great with this. So, Poppy, I'm just going to give you a little bit. Okay. And don't forget your little chives. All it does is really add color. Well, a little bit of flavor.
No, that's flavor.
It does. So let me...
I would like more chives, please.
More chives? Of course you may. You want to stand in the... May I have the fork so I can show all of our friends? Now, see, if you were at our home, we would be instructing you to please sit down at the dining room. So this is the pasta. And it's just beautifully creamy and perfect. You want to eat it right now. So, as you know, you're the main man.
This is always very challenging because if it doesn't taste
You know,
right,
one time in my cooking class in front of, I don't know, 100 students or something, he says, "This is not as good as normal," in front of the entire class. So you know what if he says it's
so
good.
this has to be fantastic.
It's a little bit of pepper. You don't really like a lot of black pepper.
Mm.
It's got to be great. It's Gruyere cheese.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So let's see. What is it? It was 45 minutes, start to end, with a lot of
That's
gabby.
double the time.
It's
Of what you say.
Gabby. A lot of gabby.
Mm.
So that's it. So why don't you stay there eating while I answer the last few questions. So if there are any other questions,
Look at poor
Michael, I love watching the two of you learn and grow. Oh, always champagne with mac and cheese. Well, our bubbles are fantastic. Let's see what else we got.
Who
Yums.
said that? Always champagne.
Michael Procopio, of course. You should have a cooking show. Yeah, you know, who said that? Rob, please tell the Food Network. And then we're going to go down here. Greg Crawford, one of my great testers. Thank you for this. This has been fun. At my stop, gotta go. Bye, guys. Don't know what that means.
Somebody was on the
train. Probably on the train. That's probably him. All right, folks. So that is it. That is the mac and cheese. 3-ingredient mac and cheese. That's 6. 3-ingredient mac and cheese. You can use really any kind of cheese, and you can zhuzh it up. And I think what would be nice in this,
you could put bacon, you could put
tomato. That's exactly what I was thinking. A little bit of pork product in this would be very, very nice. And see, it's already thickening up, as you can see. So that's why you want to serve it. Again, if it does kind of set up while you're serving, and you want to go back for seconds, of course, there's no seconds for us. We'll eat it all. A tiny bit of cream, tiny bit of milk. Always want to taste it. A little bit of salt if you need it, but I knew that it wouldn't because of the Gruyere. I like pepper in mine, so I'll probably add white pepper to kind of keep that nice whiteness. But that's it, everybody. Thank you. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Please leave comments on my Substack, the David blog here. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but thank you. And if you're interested in me doing this more frequently, please give me, I see lots of hearts going. That's good. Give me thumbs up in the message so I'll know. Visit Leach Culinaria. You can get there quickly by going to lccooks.com. And if you are interested in my teachable classes, you can direct message me on Substack and I'll give you the information. All right? Everyone, ciao. Have a great night and hopefully see you next week.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
So I have to go all the way over here and I never know how to stop these things. So there's end.